Do what you say you're going to do. Follow through. Be authentic. Be available.
Today, I'm honored to sit down with someone who's been a true leader in the industry for almost 20 years, Ruben Trejo. Ruben has written thousands of policies, serves hundreds of Medicare clients every single year, and he's trained countless agents. He still finds time to create content that entertains and educates through his agency, Life and Health Hub, which is partnered with my own agency, BlackRock Insurance Group. Ruben, thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me on, man. It is an honor. It's exciting to be here, buddy.
You personally write 300 to 400 policies with Medicare every single year, and you personally know your clients. They're calling your office, they're asking for you directly. How do you maintain that level of personal connection while still managing all that volume?
Great question. I'm very personable. Everyone that works with me there at my office, they're very personable. As a matter of fact, most of them are my family members. And so it's always, hey, Brandon, hey, Susie, hey, Jack. They know them by name. And sometimes these guys, and I know that every office doesn't work like this, and that's okay. Everyone to each their own. But for us, we have a good 5-10 minutes with them to talk about their daughter, their dog, their grandkid. We want to get to know them. We call them on their birthdays. We sing to them on their birthdays over the phone.
You sing to them?
Uh, there would be a big grin, just like there is right now on your
Okay.
face. That is it. That's what we do. And that's the culture that I want to bring and I want to teach to every person that comes through my office.
I love it. And you have been personable. I mean, I've seen it. It's all over your social media, right? So on Facebook, you have Life and Health Hub, and it's literally plastered everywhere. You're talking to clients left and right. You're taking photos with clients. And these aren't old photos. These are new clients that you're working with all the time. And they're interacting with you. And that's something really rare that I haven't seen with a lot of other agencies. You might see the agents talking, but you have so much client engagement. And I feel like that really leans in on your persistence as well.
It does.
Looking back, what was the toughest lesson early in your career that still shapes how you work today?
My toughest lesson was, for me, it's pride. Okay. I thought I could do it all by myself. I didn't want to seek any help. My first 8 years of being in this industry. For 8 years, I just went and knocked on doors. I was yelled at, I was rejected, and I wouldn't go back for a week, and then I would go back. And man, I could never ever top doing 60, I think it was 65, my highest for the year, 65,000 in annual premium. And you and I know that 65,000 for 8 years and less the years before, 65,000 in annual premium is not a lot of money, especially when you're married, especially when your family's growing. So for me, it was getting over myself and seeking out help. So that was my toughest lesson.
That is definitely something that I've struggled with too, where I try to tackle everything on my own. And
Yeah.
I struggle sometimes looking for that support. And also, it's kind of hard to find people that have like minds that are going to tell you the truth and just give you real experience, real value, instead of just try to pitch you or sell you on something. And that's been one of the biggest difficulties, right? Overcoming pride and then finding the right source. So totally with you there, man. Since we were just talking about persistence and building relationships with our clients, that's kind of what I want to talk about now. If you had to give agents one piece of advice about building client trust and retention, what would that be?
Do what you say you're going to do. Follow through. Be authentic. Be available. That's it.
So you've trained thousands of agents. What's one thing that you see newer agents consistently struggling with?
Same thing. And I don't think here, Brendan, it changes. It's the fear of rejection. Okay. It's the consistency or the lack thereof. Okay. Fear. Who likes to be rejected? Nobody. And if you're not consistent with anything that you do, I mean, whether it be being a dad, being a husband, going to church, uh, you're not going to be very good. And so that's what I had to learn the hard way. I told you that sometimes when I got rejected, man, I took a day, maybe two, to go back to build the hunger or the strength to go back and be rejected all over again. Okay. It was a repetition and I became very consistent in not going back every day. Okay. So consistency, daily consistency. Okay. Treat it as your job. This is what I do. Okay. I make calls between this time and this time, and I get up, I do my exercise, whatever. Okay. And I'm out knocking on a door at this time. Okay. And I come back at this time. I eat at this time. If I don't make a sale, I don't eat. So, man, if you don't have this, okay, built in, you're not going to do very well. Also, what I used to do, and now you could record yourself, but I used to carry around a little notepad. And after every single presentation, and as I'm doing ride-alongs, this is what I still teach. Get a little notepad and write down everything that you did right, because obviously you did something right because you're sitting in front of the person. But then there were rejections. Write down everything that you did right first. Okay. Give yourself a high five. This is what I did well. Okay. And this is where I got stuck. But be consistent. Okay. Do it for 100 days. 100 days count, not 90 days, 100 days. And I promise you, whatever you do, whether you're doing it over the phone, whether you're going face to face, you're going to be very, very successful. Okay. And that's what I did. You know, man, there are a lot of agents, including me, that as a very young agent, I thought success was going to happen overnight. Okay. Everything good in life that we do takes time. Okay. Anything that we do. And everyone is trying to find shortcuts, and there are shortcuts. But everything that we do, buddy, yeah, it takes a lot of work, a lot of consistency. Okay. And 10 years later, you could look back and say, man, I did this. But you can't do that whenever you've been doing it for a week or a month or a year.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I've been curious. When you are mentoring someone, how do you balance encouragement with pushing them to reach their potential?
I know that every person can do it. Every person. I'm not special. Okay. The only special thing about me is that I'm consistent. And I'm consistent now. Okay. Humble yourself. Okay. But that's what I let them know. Hey, man, you know what? Whenever I started this, I had no money. You have a little bit more money than I do. I couldn't afford milk and bread for my family, and I was knocking on doors. Okay, I'm hungry. Are you hungry?
I'm hungry.
Well,
I'm hungry for growth. I'm hungry for building. I'm hungry for training new agents. But whenever it comes to true, natural hunger, absolutely not, man. I've built a life just like you have, to which I don't have to worry about those base necessities.
yeah, yeah. And so, yeah, man, consistency, man. Tough love. You know what? Get up. Fall forward. I forget what speaker says that. Fall forward. Get up. You could do it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, transferring that hunger that you had before to transferring to a hunger of success or a hunger for success. I mean, I think that's great. And I think that we've seen a lot of these stories, right? It's kind of like rags to riches, and the industry is full of it. It's full of rags to riches stories. And why? I think that whenever you've truly experienced intense, real desire for something, and you find a way to transmute that into action, activity, and consistency, you can build a successful life for yourself. And I mean, you've got your wife,
Right.
you've got a beautiful home, you've got multiple children, multiple grandchildren, you got another one on the way here soon, right?
Yeah.
And and man, you're providing for the whole family, right? Your family works for you because of your extreme level of success, right? From struggling to buying milk for your grandchildren. That's a big
That's correct.
transition there.
Yeah. A legacy. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think separates the agents who make it this industry from those who don't?
And this is something that we've been talking about this entire time. Discipline, okay? Consistency, willingness to keep learning, something that I had to learn. Okay. You need to keep on learning. Uh, Find a mentor, someone that knows more than you. As soon as you hit that peak, look for another mentor. If there are no mentors, look for one, buy one, rent one. My brother currently spends $2,000, I think every other month, so $1,000 a month for a mentor. Okay, always keep learning. Always have someone pushing you. Okay,
Yeah.
and the desire to serve. Okay, why do you do what you do? You want to serve. You want to serve someone. If not your family, if not other people, yourself. You want to serve. You want the other person to be in a better situation. Okay, so the desire to serve.
I love what you said there about the continuous mentorship. So, from my end, I may be an agency owner and I may mentor tons of agents, but we were just talking about this the other day. I'm personally in multiple mentorship groups where I'm not the big fish in the pond. And I realized that if I didn't continuously seek to learn and continuously find others that have businesses larger than me to learn from, that I was going to stagnate and I wasn't going to be able to grow. And some of my mentors come from completely different industries. I've got
Correct.
gentlemen that are from the construction industry, the
Awesome.
automotive industry, and I mean, there's a lot of good information that you can get just by reaching out for some help from the right people. I think that's really important to always make sure that you hold on to that. So, I wanted to kind of shift gears a little bit here, and
Okay.
we've talked about it a little bit before, but you've built such a big following on Facebook through Life and Health Hub. I mean, you've got thousands of clients and hundreds of agents that are following you on there. And your entertaining videos that you have with your sons, man, I mean, it shows a different side of the industry. And we were just talking about that the other day, about the boring side of the industry. So, what inspired you to start creating content like that?
My kids, they inspired me. Uh, who likes talking about Medicare? Like, you don't go to a bar and grab a beer and say, "Hey, man, how was your Medicare day?" Who wants to talk about Medicare or life insurance or hospital indemnity plans? And so, my kids, as I was teaching them and trying to do these serious videos, we finished a video and they said, "That was the most boring thing I've ever seen in my life."
Ooh,
And
Ruben.
so they slapped me. And I'm telling you, I'm a student. I like to learn. But the way that they said it, I was a little offended. Dad, that was the most boring. Like, dude, we need to reshoot it again. And maybe do it with a smile. Maybe add a joke or two. And and then I said, "Dude, why don't you do it?" And that was Braylon. And bro, he was awesome. And so that's what we try to do. We try to bring the story of Medicare or life insurance or cancer plans, okay, something serious like that, and add a little humor into it. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun at my office.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, the engagement that you get from those videos and the difference between the boring and what you guys are doing is awesome. I mean, one of the videos is literally a Lego character driving in a car on a table, right? And you're
Yes.
so dressed up as a luchador, right? Like,
All
what is
right. All
going
right.
on here? We're talking about Medicare and life insurance. Like, it's
Correct.
awesome. And it's differentiating. It's setting you apart from the market. And I love that stuff, right? How do you
Thanks, man.
use
Thank you.
your voice, but then still bring the value? And I think you guys have found a really good blend with that with Life and Health Hub Online. Thank you again, Ruben. I hope that everyone watching takes these lessons seriously. And if you found value here, hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment below about what stood out to you the most from Ruben's story. We're bringing on final expense and Medicare agents right now. If you want consistent appointments and to be surrounded by people who actually know how to get results, just reach out through the contact info in the description below, or visit our website, blackrockins.com. That's blackrockins.com. Thank you so much, and I really hope to see you next time.